My good friend Sanjeev Nair has written a brilliant article in his website 𝗤𝗏𝘃𝗀, and I'm going to reproduce that link in the description section for you to read it. But I was inspired enough to make a slide deck explaining what he said in that article. Basically, what I'm trying to do is to put all the different causes that led to the underperformance of the BJP, and then hopefully somebody starts analyzing these things to try and do rectification. So here we go. 11 reasons why BJP underperformed in Lok Sabha poll 2024. And the first one is this 400 par target. By making that public, what happened was that there was a presumption that others will go and vote, and many people just stayed home or took vacations. This could have lowered BJP votes. Because of this, also, Modi might have avoided saying that big changes need the bigger verdict. If you're going to do changes, do it quietly. Although we are vocal in suggesting things, that doesn't mean that the government implements them. Some they get implemented, and they get implemented quietly. When it was clear that the number seemed to indicate that no matter what you think, the major changes might require a constitutional change, the Congress party took the constitution as something that will be changed, and then they built a fake narrative around it, but it was very effective. Notice how after the results, Rahul Gandhi carried a constitution book and he starts placing it in front of the mics. It doesn't stand on its feet. He carefully adjusts it, make it stand, and then only start speaking. So somebody has drilled it into them. Always keep that fear. So essentially this guy is fear mongering. Now he's a fake, he's a cheat, that's all happening. But at the time that press conference was addressed, he was flying on cloud 9. So that was the first question. The second thing is overconfidence post Pran Pratishtha. I think the BJP, having seen the travails of Hindus, of having struggled for 500 years to get the Ram Mandir restored, that they thought that that was fait accompli, that is job done, and that would bring them the votes. There was this feeling, Modi, Yogi, 370 and Mandir. What else can one ask for in terms of what the Hindus were looking for? So therefore, they said this would translate into vote. Unfortunately, our gullible voters are easy to get swayed. They vote on emotion. They are not voting with their head. If the Indian voter is voting with his or her head, things would be very different. Those residents who lost properties because of expansion of the Kashi corridor or the construction of the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, it is believed some of them did not get compensated properly. I've seen these messages in and out, but somehow I thought that this was just a matter of time before these things will be sorted out, especially in the fact, due to the fact that there were elections. I thought that the Yogi Adityanath government would have taken care of all these things. Evidently, there are some things that have not happened, especially, for example, the displaced residents who were given land elsewhere are yet to get legal rights over the allotted land. And BJP underestimated their opponents. For the opponents, the writing was on the wall. Why was it on the wall? First thing, delimitation. Second thing, new parliament building. The knowledge that with the new delimitation exercise, then their carefully constructed demographic based politics could undergo a tectonic shift. All these things scared them. They said this is now or never. So they put their minds to finding out where all the fault lines of the BJP lay, and they exploited them to a hilt. Clearly, BJP underestimated their opponents on this particular topic. Congress SP's partial success in reviving caste politics in Uttar Pradesh. The India Alliance realized that consolidation of Hindu votes in the Hindi heartland was a way to prevent a repeat performance by the BJP. Akhilesh Yadav's PDA, Pichhda, Dalit and Alpasankyak narrative worked for SP. Over 86% of the votes came from OBC, Dalit and Muslim backgrounds. 4. Joining BJP ended ED action. This is the washing machine, and this story really stuck, I'm afraid. The BJP did not get a conviction of any Congress leader allegedly involved in numerous scams during UPA 2, for example, National Herald and Colgate. Do you know how many stories I have written in PGurus about the Colgate scam? Making Team Ajit Pawar part of the alliance, was that a big mistake? I thought so. I said so at that time, but who listens to what we say, right? This was something like they thought, okay, this is one way to teach Sharad Pawar a lesson. But unfortunately for them, they did not understand. They did not, they underestimated the public's dislike for Ajit Pawar. I mean, Sharad Pawar was disliked, but people disliked Ajit Pawar even more, just because of maybe one or two comments that he made. Splitting the party, giving a fillip to Sharad Pawar's fortune, and earned him public sympathy. Again and again, this is the point. Emotion overtakes thinking, logic when people go to the polls. It's not you and I who is determining the destiny of India. See, the bigger fault lies in the educated masses. They don't even go to vote. And if they go to vote, then they find out that their name is not there, like the way sleight of hand that DMK did in Tamil Nadu. Right? So you have to be on your guard. You have to understand that this is your weapon. For all the abuses heaped on you, this is your weapon. So make sure next time the polls come around, it might come around very, very soon again across India. Make sure that your name is on a voters list and you know exactly the booth you are going to, so that when you show up there, you can cast your vote. An 82-year-old man, Sharad Pawar, suffering from health problems, campaigning so hard, made Indians who are emotional by nature support him. Number 6, BJP running after that elusive Muslim vote. BJP has done a lot for the Muslim community, scholarships, government jobs, homes, etc. Like NDA 1, this government suffers from similar guilt. If only they had read Dr. Ambedkar's 1941 book, Thoughts on Pakistan, and imbibed its learning, they might have behaved differently. Number 7, inaction on equal rights for Hindus. Giving Hindus equal human rights does not affect others. For example, right to manage temple, yet the law has not changed in 10 years. In West Bengal, what happened? Understanding the Bengali psyche. Despite rampant corruption in West Bengal and more, the ruling party TMC got 30 plus seats, means voters of West Bengal are guided by reasons other than government performance. BJP needs to ascertain what drives the Bengali Hindu voters to vote for the TMC. Remember, West Bengal is an extreme case. 35% is Muslim, which means 40 is Muslim. So they start at an advantage of 40 in a 100-meter race. They are starting from the 40-meter yard line. Lack of discussion of shortcomings in Congress manifestos versus ads. Congress advertisements said one thing, but the manifesto said something else. In the advertisement, all people saw was crop loan waiver and a 1,000 rupee allowance, but the manifesto said something much more. Page 16 of the manifesto, under section Women, reads, Congress resolves to launch a Mahalakshmi scheme to provide 1 lakh per year to every poor Indian family as an unconditional cash transfer. It's not like they were hiding it. It was there in plain sight. It was there in plain sight. 1 lakh annual allowance is not for all women, but only for women whose families are at the bottom of the income pyramid. What does bottom of the income pyramid mean? Well, they didn't explain that part. Now, the BJP communicates well mostly, but not while effecting change. In today's connected world, people wish to know the reason for introducing key changes that impact their lives. By repeatedly raising the Agniveer issue, Rahul Gandhi gave it traction for which the BJP gave no response. When PM Modi said Modi point 3 will have a major change during an election campaign, he needed to give people some idea of the proposed changes, or not say that at all. By notifying CAA days before the polls, the BJP did not allow details of CAA law. The Congress strategy is to say their mandate is to protect the Constitution. Remember what I said, right? That they put the Constitution right in front of the presser before starting his speech, where it sounded like he had won the 2024 election. Now, I'm going to play a video now so you can see what happened in a Congress office, where the lady is asking, look, all of us are waiting in the line. Where is our money? And he says this was all farzi or fake. Just watch this.
ये कोई ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, तो कोई ऐसा संदेश नहीं है।
कांग्रेस ने ही तो निकाली है योजना, देखो आप हमारे पास फॉर्म है,
लोगों भी नहीं
ये देखो सारी लेडीज आई है फॉर्म भरने के लिए, तो आप फॉर्म भरवाओ।
नहीं ऐसा कोई सूचना नहीं है, मैं कोई नोटिस नहीं।
यानी कि ये फर्जी है,
ये सब फर्जी है।
ये सिर्फ चुनाव में उसके वोट इकट्ठे करने का वो है ना,
वोट इकट्ठे का ये बनाया है, और जब कोई फॉर्म निकलता है तो कोई ऐसा लोगो नहीं आता है।
ये देखो इस पे तो राहुल गांधी का भी फोटो लग रहा है, कांग्रेस का पंजाबी छप रहा है।
फॉर्म में कोई ऐसा फोटो नहीं है, कोई इसमें भी जब बीजेपी निकाला था तब भी फोटो नहीं था। ये
देख लो बहनों, सिर्फ कांग्रेस की एक चाल है, सिर्फ वोट लेने के लिए चाल है, कोई योजना नहीं है ये। यानी कि कांग्रेस फर्जीवाड़े कर रही है, बहुत सारे फर्जीवाड़े कर रही है, आम जनता को बरगला रही है वो।
So this constitution protection, it was just another Jumla. But somehow the BJP never really countered that. In fact, I've seen this communication as a huge problem for the BJP. I said this thing right from the beginning in 2014 itself. In fact, I had even suggested the spokesperson that they could have. Some are very eloquent. Now that Smriti Irani will most likely not be a minister, we can make her the spokesperson. Every day, rain or shine, 5 p.m., there's a press conference. Smriti Irani comes there and he starts addressing questions, answering the questions in all the languages that she can speak, makes it a class act. She will be more popular. She will do BJP a whole lot of good. For once, please listen to my advice. Make her the press spokesperson. Have something to say every day. We did this, we did this, we did this, we did this. And that would help you. That would help you connect with the public. Now, the fear that the BJP would rewrite the constitution if it gets over 2/3 majority in the lower house also worked against it. Uttar Pradesh, where the party has been reduced to half its previous strength, is being cited as a main reason. Now, I want to just summarize all this. You should watch what Shantanu Gupta had said about what went wrong in Uttar Pradesh. You should also listen to what Professor 𝗤𝗏𝗏 said. This is sort of like an overall overarching thing because we did not cover Maharashtra or West Bengal in our hangout so far. This I felt was something that was very complete. Please do read the article in 𝗤𝗏𝗏𝗖𝗍𝑚. I'm going to give you the link in the description section, and I'm also going to give you links to many other articles around this topic. So do watch them, do read those articles. I think this is just a request from me. Those of you who have, connect with your native places, try and see if you can somehow disseminate what is going wrong. This is very, very important. Voting, exercising that right, because the poor always show up to vote. It's the middle class and the rich ones who don't go. They always show up to vote, and then no use wringing your hands later if the verdict doesn't come in a way that is going to further the country and, of course, further you. Because the failure of a good government will also mean failure of Bharat as a nation. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.